Hi guys, I want to talk to you about long distance relationships today. And let's start and say that long distance relationships are quite complicated because first it depends which how long is it. How long is the distance? If you're in the same country, if you're in different countries, there's half war is between you, or if there's only 1 hour flight or 1 hour driving, I don't know, depends on you. So having long distance relationship can have its pros and its cons. Um, I think that it mostly depends in which part of life it gets you. I remember when I was younger, before my ex-husband, I wanted someone to be close to me. I wanted someone to be near me, and when I'm talking about 15 years ago when we didn't have cellular phones and everything was much more hard and no internet and stuff, so it was really hard to maintain a relationship. But today with the internet and you have Skype calls and stuff and everything is close and you have the WhatsApp so you can communicate all day long, but still you need someone to hold you at night and you need someone to be there and physically and stay with it. So to get into that or not, I'm experienced that with my partner right now. I met someone who lives about 1 hour flight from here, and I'm divorced with 3 kids. We're single, and we try to make it happen. We both have very busy life and a lot of work, and we both have other options to be with other people, but there's something special in this connection between us. In our case, I'm quite sure that we're twin flames, so it's something you don't want to give up and you don't want to let go that easily, because once you meet your twin flame, you change your life. But we try to make it work. We try to meet once or twice in a month for a few days whenever we can. Long distance relationships are expensive usually because you need to drive, you need to, even when you meet with your partner, so you need to hold your job, hold your work, hold your life. So you really must be aware to all of that before you get into that. And there's also the longing issue. Okay, once you spend the most amazing time together and then you just don't, and then you have a space, you have yourself and your life, and you need to fill them with something until you meet again. And it's not easy. You need to have very full life and busy life to or to be okay with yourself, where you can spend time with yourself alone and you don't need, or your life is full enough so you won't feel the lack of this person, though you would feel, trust me. So if you met someone and it's nice, it's like every other relationship beginning, and you're not quite sure and it's very far from you, do yourself a favor, don't get into it. Okay, it's very hard, it's very complicated. Right now I'm almost 3 weeks alone without him. It freaks me out. And I was trying to let it go and even thinking about dating others, and then no, I can't do that. I want him. I want only him. And once you fall in love and you caught, and so you just want to spend your life with this person and you just want to be together all the time. And sometimes it can be really frustrating for both of you because you want to meet but you just can't. And if your financial condition is not really good, so you might find it harder to manifest this relationship and to make it work and happen. And one of the biggest problems in long distance relationship is, okay, you met, you've had your amazing time together, a few amazing times together, and then you fall in love, and then you get connected, and then you feel like, okay, this relationship should move on to somewhere. Where is it going on now? What's next? And it might cause one or two of you to make some changes in your life. It will make you maybe switch your work or change your place of living and or change your whole life actually, and get disconnected from your family, from your friends if you have to move, or because at some point of the relationship, I mean, you can love each other, but it will need to be more physical. You need to live together. You want to live together and to share life, and you'll have to make this decision at some point of the relationship. Let's not avoid that. Where what's gonna happen? I mean, who can make the change? Who can move? And something that both sides should think about. Okay, so because once you get connected, it will be painful to stop it. And in my relationship with my partner, he's single, he lives in another country, and there is a possibility that he will come to work here and to live here with me, but not right now. It will be maybe in a few months, and we'll see how things work. But though he's one of the most amazing persons people I met, I would rather have someone who lives near me, 5-10 minutes or even 1 hour driving and not flying, so it can be much more easy. And if you're in the beginning of relationship, really take a very careful look and check the consequences of being together. Don't look at the here and now. Do that, but also take a look and be realistic for 1 more year ahead or 2 years ahead, and what are your plans for life, because one of you is going to change his plans in order to be with you. And I know if you work at internet issues and you can work from home, so it may be easier, but you need to consider if it's someone from other countries, so it's difference in the culture, it's difference in the way of the daily life, and sometimes there's some gap which you'll need to overcome together, and it can work amazingly, it cannot work, so you can move your whole life to be with this person, and then after few months or years you see, okay, it's not working. The best advice I can give you about long distance relationship is once you start, don't compromise, okay? If you see that even though you have this very strong passion and connection and crazy energies between you, don't compromise, okay? Be honest with yourself, check things well, I mean, consider everything. Okay, if there's something that you don't like about this person, you said, okay, I'm in love with him, it's okay, I can live with that. Try to think what's going to happen in the next 5 or 10 years if you'll be together. These little things will freak you out. And I've had it with my relationship with my ex. He had all kind of many things. Of course, I had too, but after a few years and kids and life and the routine, so the little things become huge, become enormous. So you should really look at this person the way he is. Okay, don't try to make it look more beautiful and, oh, okay, he's gonna change. No, this is the problem, people won't change. And if your partner is telling you from the very first moment, look, I can't change my life, I can't move my life, I want to stay here, consider that he would like to stay there in his place. So if you really want to make this relationship work, you should check with your life and see, can you move? Can you make the change in your life? Because this probably won't. But if you start a relationship with someone from very long distance and he says, okay, I can consider changing my life in the next few years or few months, So maybe it's something you should take in count and maybe you should try. But I got to see a lot of people and friends who met people from other countries and other cultures and got married and had kids and then got divorced, and then their life was split between two countries and the kids, and it's very hard, it's very painful, because the kids stay with one side and the other one keeps on with his life with very big pain in his heart. So, and you can never know. I mean, no one promises you that once you fall in love and you get married, you'll be together forever. Okay, but that means you're gonna change your life, you're gonna build a new life maybe, or your partner is gonna do that. And that means he's counting on you, he's putting his whole life in your hands. Okay, so respect that. Respect that person, and if he's done many changes in his life in order to be with you, and is ready to move his life to be next to you, first appreciate that and remember that once you're being angry at him for the little things, because once you don't respect that place and the sacrifice he made in order to be with you, it can create a lot of inside anger that will go out and explode one day. So communication is very important. Okay, talk about everything. Consider that, and if you can see that there's no future, and neither of you is ready to consider moving his life to be next to the other one, don't go into that. Okay, because it will only cause you heartbreak and very strong pain in the future. And I mean, you can be with someone and then you have, maybe you can find time for months which you can't meet, so it's going to be complicated. So try to think about that, what you're going to do in this time, with intimacy, with friends. You're allowed to be with others, you're not allowed to. You want to be faithful, you don't, and you should talk about all these things and try to consider together if it's worth it, and if it's really something which is more than just a fling or falling in love. And because it's better to stop it now and cut it right away before it will be too late. And if you're in the too late phase, so try to see how you change your life. And I'm a huge believer in karma. I'm a huge believer in the laws of the universe. I believe that something happens, it should happen. I believe that if we meet someone who enjoys our life, it's because we need to be together and we need to learn some lessons together. So everything is precise. And when I met my Twinflame, my current partner, I was going to other country for holidays with friends, and I was like, okay, I'm ready for a relationship, I'm ready for life, I'm ready for love, I'm ready for my chapter B. And then I met him, and he was unlike any man I met before, and we just fell in love very deeply. It was very intense, and he came to see me in my country later, and now maybe he will come or I will come, I don't know, but I promise you it's not easy, but being together with him, worth it. He's my twin flame and my other part of my soul. I'm quite sure for that. Every time we meet, I sense that a little bit more, and I'm getting signs from the universe for that. But I know nothing is forever. I mean, we can die tomorrow, and we can. I know. I'd rather have few more, as I told you. I'd rather have few more amazing weeks with you, or days together, and not having them at all. That's all. And I was like, okay, let's try to roll with it. Let's see where it's going. You don't have to commit to me. I won't commit to you. We can live our life. Don't commit to him. I can't be with anyone else. I don't want to be with anyone else because I got this very special connection with him, and he's in my mind all the time. And if it's your twin flame, you will see that you can can't forget them, you can't stop thinking about them, you just want to be together all the time. So after that, consider what you want to do with this relationship you have, and don't be over optimistic. I mean, really take, that's something I learned in the past few years. People don't change, okay? Mostly they don't change. If you really love somebody, you might change, but for it's not going to be permanent. In really small cases it is, okay? But if your partner tells you, I want to live my life in the next 5, 10 years and raise my children here, so believe him. He want to live his life here. And if you ask him to change his life and sacrifice that for you, it's something that you should remember, that you're giving your promise to him. I mean, you can't tell him, okay, move your life, and then a year or two later, after he's living with you in your country, your place, your area, your friends, your life, you tell him, no, then I don't want to do this anymore. So I don't mean that you're gonna stay forever or to keep staying with him, but just respect this place much more than you give respect to any other person. So I hope you like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Write to me if you're in a long distance relationship. How does it work for you? And how do you do it? Do you want to keep doing that? And what are your conclusions? And subscribe to my channel, and I'll be glad to hear from you. Goodbye.